welcome back to another Artifact Corner. Today we will be looking at a beautiful portrait in our collections. This is a portrait of Catherine Dowling. If that name isn't super familiar, Catherine was a lady's maid to Fannie Delord Webb Hall, the last living family member at her home. Catherine had been with Fannie for most of their lives. She was an Irish immigrant who came to the States and began working for the Webb family. She basically grew up alongside Fannie. Following Fannie's death in 1913, Catherine was the one who kept the museum and their collections safe. She would give tours to the public for 25 cents and was really the first director of the museum. We owe so much to Catherine, and because of that, we have this amazing portrait of her hanging in the museum. This painting was done by an artist named William Haskell Coffin, a very talented and influential artist. Let's learn a bit more about Haskell Coffin. William Henry Haskell Coffin was born in Charlestown, South Carolina on October 21, 1878, the son of Julia Haskell and George Matthews Coffin. When he was a small boy, his family moved to Washington, D.C. There, he studied at the Corcoran School of Art in the nation's capital and had a particular affinity for portraiture. After a brief stint back in Charleston, where he painted portraits of society ladies, he went to France in 1902 to complete his training as an artist. Upon his return to the United States, Coffin quickly gained popularity. His works were exhibited in New York, and he found advantageous employment in advertisements. Throughout his career, Coffin's illustrations featured in magazines such as the Saturday Evening Post, Red Book, and Cosmopolitan. He soon became known for his depictions of beautiful women, both in portraiture and advertisement. The so-called Coffin Girl portrayed the epitome of American beauty at the time. More than just their looks, the figures were often painted while making a small, elegant gesture. The minimal movement and graceful expressions added to the overall appeal. When World War I broke out, the U.S. government looked for talented artists to design war posters that were attractive, convincing, and drew the viewer's eye. Coffin's style and tasteful depictions of beautiful women made him a perfect candidate. Commissioned by the U.S. Treasury Department, Coffin's Joan of Arc Saved France wonderfully demonstrates much of the artist's iconic style. After the end of the Great War, Haskell continued painting for publications, and his magazine covers were widely adored. He was married twice, but not much is known about his first wife. His second wife was a famous actress for her time named Frances Starr. She appeared in film, television, radio, and on Broadway. We don't know when exactly they divorced, but we know that they did. Coffin suffered from severe depression, and that must have been challenging for their marriage. Haskell was being treated for his depression in an institution in St. Petersburg, Florida, when he leaped from the third-floor window and died on May 12, 1941. He was 63 years old. The portrait we have of Catherine is absolutely beautiful and captures her seemingly gentle disposition. Haskell Coffin leaves an inscription at the bottom of the painting that reads, "To W.H. Minor and the trustees of the Physicians' Hospital, with the highest esteem of Haskell Coffin." This is a stunning work by a very talented and influential artist, and we are so lucky to have it in our collections. Thanks so much for stopping by.